getting ready for another encounter here, this from the sister isle of Tobago, where we have Roxborough Secondary up against Bishop High School. And Roxborough Secondary, the ones in the purple outfit, they go in from left to right on your screen. And Bishop's High School in the red or the maroon outfit going from right to left. It's Roxborough who kicks off to get us on our way here. And again, it's always about trying to get points critical to these teams as they try their endeavor best to make up ground. An early free kick for Bishop's High School as they look to get things going here as quickly as possible. Taking a really long time to get it. As I say, this is a good kick with good distance, good height. Unfortunately, it's only defenders moving towards the ball. Here's a captain, Alfred, trying to get involved as much as possible for Roxborough. And another ball played downfield. A bit of a foot race here, but Russell is comfortably in behind it. And then trying to get it upfield. She had two cracks at the cherry there and only managed to get it just a short distance up. A throw into Roxborough. The referee just waiting to make sure that everything is in place. And again, it's a lovely ball played on that left-hand side, but it's a little too strong. And you could just see Gay trying to get after it, but unable to haul it in before it crosses the line. Another free kick taken, but again, not much distance on it, and it's going to stay right there. Anika Alfred trying her best to get the handle on it. Also coming in there was Clark. Roxborough still trying down that left-hand side. Gay again trying to get a good cross in, but the defense there able to block it. So what could Roxborough conjure up from this throw in here? Now this has been a bit of a challenge for most teams in the Girls League. And here's another one that is very suspicious in terms of being a fair throw. Nevertheless, the ball comes across, but it's a little bit behind, and a good opportunity lost there. So Roxborough and Bishops trying their best to settle as quickly as possible. And it's really about trying to organize and make sure that the ladies understand what they're doing and why they're doing it on the football field. Here's the ball played short, and they bring it out again. And this one, they worked very well. But that's a dangerous play if they're not comfortable or on the ball. And trying here, McLaurin's trying her best to turn. She turns one way, then slips it across the goal. A chance here, but it's easily cleared away. And that's good anticipation by the defender. And no doubt looking to get something going. Peterkin. They have numbers up there. Can they get it back to her? Peterkin is waiting unmarked in the area. And she just can't get the cross over. And a lovely opportunity there for them to run at the defense. But it really needed a cross because you could have seen Peterkin unmarked in the area. Laurie Clark was the one who got that stop in, and she would be hoping for more of the same here now. As they defend this corner kick, it's played short, and they still can't get the cross in. And now maybe they could get the cross over. The ball played in off the played all along the ground. Here's one now. Played up in the air. The goalkeeper, it bounces, but luckily for the goalkeeper, it bounces outside the goal because she was advancing to the ball. The ball took a wicked hop and just went over her head and her outstretched hands. And luckily for her, it fell behind her, but the direction was off. Simple kick upfield. Clark now trying to build, and that has been the sort of the bugbear for some of these teams. They don't have that one player that could really dictate pace, but they have a chance here now, running away down that right hand side. Can she take advantage here? The ball comes into the middle, and here's a shot. She misses it. There was Peterkin finally getting that shot off and losing the handle on it. Now she's going to chase another one, or she decided that that is a little too strong for her, and it's going to go over the line for a goal kick. So a good salvo there from the Bishops High School, and they almost prize open the defense on that occasion. Kimonique Spencer. Shares a ball now played out on that side. So she gives it away. Now this could be problems here. Again, another opportunity, but in the inside, not able to really take advantage of that. Jada King having problems getting the shot on target, but running away. This is the captain for the Roxborough team, Alfred. But that's good defensive work again. You could just see the determination. Now look at the ball, how it's just hopping there. And that is going to be a free kick. I think the two players battling hard for it there. And Akira Wright, the guilty party. She just wiped her opponent away there and gives away a free kick. In fact, it's a penalty, says the referee. So this is going to be an interesting development here now. And they get a golden opportunity at Roxborough to take the lead after just 7 minutes. So just taking her time, not really fussing too much, is the captain, Shemaya Alfred, for Roxborough. Can she make it count? We're in the 8th minute of play. She steps up and places it nicely to make it 1-0 to Roxborough in the 8th minute. And a penalty converted by Shemaya Alfred, the captain of the Roxborough team. So this is going to be an interesting time here now to see how the ladies of Bishops High School, how do they regroup here. Or will Roxborough just keep tightening the screws on proceedings? As it is right now, neither team really distinguishing themselves with great passes, but this one might turn out to be an even more successful one. Right down, and it's back to the other end. That's how it's going back and forth, trying to get it back upfield. And Roxborough on the prowl again, looking at. And good work coming out of the pile and trying to get numbers forward there. Spencer for Bishops. Saria Devines also wanting to get involved. A throw-in to Bishops High School. And they're having a little discussion here. The referees, they're trying to sort it out. I think they eventually did. Another throw-in to Bishops. And they have left it for maybe a longer throw. That's not a bad effort. But she's going to have to do it again, Zaria Devines. So another opportunity for them to throw the ball in. And try to get things going here. So another opportunity. This time it's Roxborough trying to play some defense here now. Can they keep Bishops at bay? Lovely ball played in, blocked though. And they're trying to keep things down on this end of the field. But Roxborough fighting for all it's worth here. Therese Clark getting it upfield and chases after it. And now she has to do the recovery bit and get back on defense. But you can see there's no fault in the effort of the players. They may not have all the tools at their disposal just yet in terms of the experience part of it and the know-how in terms of how to turn, when to turn, how to tackle, when to tackle, when not to tackle. Just the different things, whether they should head the ball, whether they should pass the ball, or when to pass the ball, when to control the ball, and when to play it first time, and that kind of stuff. So it's a big, steep learning curve for some of these young ladies. And that was a ball given away, and here they come quickly, but robbed of that opportunity. All the same, and they're going to get another free kick to Roxborough. The referee just making sure that it's taken from the right spot. Taken a while before this free kick is actually executed. But they'll soon get it underway. Clark again plays it up. This is where some of the teams have problems because defensively a lot of the girls don't like to head the ball. And they wait for it to come down so they can try to play it with their feet. And by that time, the opponents invariably can squeeze them and shut them down or even put in a tackle and win the ball. And when you do it in the final third or in the opponent's defensive third, you're in business most times. So here they come again. Bishops looking for an equalizer. This might be their chance. The goalkeeper though is coming and she bubbles the ball. Now she is under pressure. Here's a ball coming in and that's a brilliant goal indeed there from Kimonique Spencer. The goalkeeper came, couldn't control the ball, and it then bubbled, and that was that. That's a great finish indeed from Kimonique Spencer to knot up the scores at 1 apiece, and this one came in the 13th minute of play. So Spencer makes it 1 apiece, and well, for a moment, well, actually, it may actually be waved off because the goalkeeper seemed to, in that little collision there, she collided with the attacker, and the ball is being spotted. Actually, no, it's being put upfield now. The captain just kicked it upfield, so she probably is satisfied that it is a goal. I suppose of more concern to her is the well-being of her goalkeeper, who really was the one who bubbled the ball. She had every opportunity to catch the ball and end the play right there. Instead, she kind of snatched at it. Maybe she closed her hand too soon, and now her fingers, this, remember she's the goalkeeper, so the finger is what is important now. Here's the ball played. This is not it, this is before, so it was coming up here now, It was after the throw-in. I think the ball was played beautifully, played into space. She had a long way to come. Both the goalkeeper and the attacker were running towards the ball from different angles, of course. And the goalkeeper, instead of just calmly picking up the ball, she just left it, or she bobbled it, I should say, and that was an opportunity there for Spencer to pounce. But this is not good news. Naomi Henry seems to be in some discomfort, and it might just be a situation here where she is going to have to continue, because I'm not quite sure what their reserve goalkeeper, what kind of ability the reserve goalkeeper has. So I think the coaches and the players will be happy that she feels that she could continue, Naomi Henry. And so yes, it is 1-1. So Bishops get the goal, and so here they come. This is the restart here now, and once again the ball just being given away, and you see that the young ladies are not afraid to tackle. They put a lot of effort into each and every ball, and when it's all said and done, they leave the field knowing that they put in a good shift. The problem is because they're not quite sure of what they're doing in terms of link-up plays and possession ball and what have you. It means that they spend a lot of energy, they expend a lot of energy to just to retrieve the ball sometimes, or even just to make a pass, and they really should be prepared for that in terms of their preparations, how they get ready for games and what they want to do on the football field. But like I said, the pandemic really robbed a lot of these young ladies and a lot of the youngsters, the young men, of the opportunity to work. Look at how far the goalkeeper came. She bobbled the ball, and look at this finish. That's a brilliant finish once again from Kimonique Spencer, and that is 1-1 in this game. Here she goes again, this time Laurie Clark getting it upfield. And it's a lot of energy that they're putting out there, because look at how many of them are in this one area of the field. And that is, I suppose, the whole question of the discipline, but it's more so an understanding of where you want to be in relation to the ball. And quite often the attackers are hiding behind the defenders or vice versa, and they're not able to really get to the ball first. And I always say that's a cardinal sin when you're taking a throw-in and the first person touching the ball is the opposition. That should never happen when you're taking a throw. This one, though, is going to run all the way back to the goalkeeper, Francis, who hasn't had much to do other than picking the ball up out of a net a short while ago. But now she must be feeling a little bit better with the scores level at 1 apiece. And a big effort there from Peterkin, but she loses out, and now she has to try to get forward into attack and to try to help out with what is happening there. Jada King also doing her part, and they may get another bite of the cherry. Here is a lovely ball again from Spencer. Spencer is through, and Spencer finishes with some aplomb. In the 19th minute of play, it is that young lady, Kimonique Spencer, again. And this is 2-1 now to Bishop's High School, as they really have taken the game by the scruff of the neck. It didn't start off that way, but look at that finish. That's a brilliant finish indeed. And they're going to try again for this one. So Bishop's Tobago now leading by 2-0. Roxborough started the scoring, but now they find themselves 2-1 down. And they have some questions to answer, I would imagine, because Bishops have really come through and have really taken control now, and they look hungry for more. Let's see if they can get it. Ball played up there. Good turn by Therese Clark. Running there, going forward. That's a good ball, but again, good defense on the part of Bishops. Another attempt to get the ball forward. Still a long way to go. Good King controlling the ball, but then she loses out and having to hustle to get it back inside. And the pass is not a particularly good one. She put a teammate under pressure there. Here comes Roxborough now looking for a second goal, and they're just not able to make that connected pass. That would have been a telling pass right in the middle of the goal. That would have been a great opportunity for them had it been successful. So 2-1 the scoreline now, and a chance for Roxborough to get themselves back in this game, or back on an even keel, and set up what could be a grandstand final or finale to this, the second half. So we just looking at Sharifa Gay taking her time with the throw, and then she just like throws it in there, but that's a foul throw because she never really even tried to simulate a proper throw. She just put the ball up in the air and then just casually brought her hands forward and released the ball. And you know, it's kind of mind-boggling that this is one of the simplest tasks that they will have to perform on a football field. And the amount of these we've seen, men and women, or boys and girls, they really need to sort it out quickly, get the ball under control, and then do your stuff. Bishop's just a little bit quicker to the ball at the moment. And that is telling by the amount of possession they're having, especially in front of goal. Here they come again. A lovely ball played across, but again the defense misses the ball, and eventually it's up to goalkeeper Tamara Francis to come and claim it. And as is per usual, they run to the edge of the area and then try to hit it as far as they possibly can. And that's not a bad kick, but it's going to bounce off the field, and following the player, not really keeping her balance, is Tamia Peterkin, who could so easily have hurt herself in that tangle. She just seemed to fall down. I'm not quite sure why. They're battling for the ball here now. Can they get the ball away and set up something? Here's the big stop at the back. Chancing coming into play now, but we have a player down. Roxborough, who are already trailing by 1-0, can ill afford to lose another player. And right now it doesn't look good because they're working on that leg. So a little bit of the magic spray, I would imagine, would be applied here, just to, because you could see she's in some pain. And now she's just trying to change the angle there, but it's certainly giving her a little bit of a shock at the moment. And they're trying to, and you don't ever want to see something like this. In fact, that's all that you ask of them, is that they try to perform at a high level, give it their best efforts, and let the chips fall where they may. Not, you're not going to win all the time. In fact, some teams haven't won at all, but they're still there religiously performing and having a good time. Um, as I keep making the point, a lot of principals see these as I see this as extracurricular activity and not much else. But hopefully, the young ladies can see a pathway through football and education, because the term is student athlete, and sometimes I think the student part gets lost in the shuffle, but it's really student athlete is how the situation, how it should read, and everyone should hold true to that, because that is the other component of it all, that they have to, there is a school part of it. I know the referee is taking the player off the field, and it looks like he's forced to carry Therese Clark off, and she is unable to continue. So that is a big blow to them at this time. So Roxborough already down, and now a player, well, one of their starters rather, is carted off. So the referee is going to get things going again. It's taken a while, and now we see like a parent is running across the field to maybe or a teacher to check on the injured player. So the referee just kind of got her to the side of the field so that she could be attended to better. So we will have a restart eventually, and we'll see who, somebody will have to come on for the injured player, and Tamia Therese Clark, who had to be helped off the field a short while ago. All the same, if they're back playing again, and Bishop's trying again to pick up from where they left off, and here they go again. This young lady has been the real terrorizer for them. The ball comes back inside, and she goes running again, full of energy. Kimonique Spencer on the way again. She gets it over to her teammate Peterkin, and Peterkin is getting herself all tangled up. She can't seem to find the ball properly, and a similar thing happening there as well for Melissa McEachran, and this one is blocked, but and now the ball is played over there, and that might be the well, I don't want to believe it's halftime in the game already, but it looks like it is halftime as the players make their way off the field. So that's the end of the first half in this encounter, and it's 2-1 in favor of Bishops over Roxborough Secondary. So we're getting ready for the second half of this encounter with Roxborough Secondary with some work to do, Bishop's High School, based on what we saw in that first half. That shortened first half was 2-1 up at this point in time, so that's where we're going to take it up here in the second half. Jesse Lewis here, the number 10, and also bubbling there in the front of her, Jada King, anxious to get started. There is the kickoff, and as you can see, the teams have more or less switched sides, and now it is Roxborough who's trying to pepper the goal at that end, and the ball was taken into touch for a throw-in. And the player went down and stayed down. So it was a kind of an innocuous challenge. But she fell again, and she seemed to have fallen awkwardly. And again, it's just those little things where so many of the players, they're giving big effort. But it's also sometimes to their own detriment, because they're not able to fall. And here she has to be helped off the field, where they'll continue to work on her. But she's the second player from Roxborough who has gone down injured. And I don't know if they have all the bodies that they need to continue here if they keep losing them this way. Battling for the ball and doing well, but coming back and helping out again. Roxborough badly needing something here. They've lost another player, at least for the time being. Played away by Alfred, and it's going to be a throw-in to Bishop's High School. Chance for them to at least get some height. Here's another throw-in, and almost handled there, but she somehow got her hand away from the danger zone. But now they're under problems again, because look at the speedy Monique. She miskicks the ball, but she somehow keeps her balance, and it's a chance here now for Jesse Lewis to get it over, and it's easily handled by the goalkeeper, who seemed to have recovered a little bit from that hand injury, but the kick is not a particularly good one, and it's still being bubbled around there in the back, and now it's played across. It's almost like playing it where you're facing, and they scramble it away, and they might have conceded a corner kick here. Not the best of starts for Roxborough. They lost a player. They haven't really been able to settle down since the interval. Again, the ball is being played in, and not very well. It's just bouncing around there. However, it may still stay in the area, and an opportunity now for Bishops to probably get closer to the goal, that is. Roxborough holding serve, as they say, on defense, and keeping the ball out of the danger zone. But for how long? Not very long, because the goalkeeper now has it. And her kick also not well executed. She plays it into touch to give away a throw-in to Bishop's High School. Bishop High School's in the red outfit or the maroon outfit. And this is Jessie Lewis. She's battling hard and wins the throw-in for her team. It came off the leg of Spencer. So 2-1, Bishops on top. Now they get a chance here now, still coming forward, but this time it's going to be an infringement. So every so often you could just see the Bishop's High School relying almost exclusively on the speed of Kimonique Spencer. Because when she gets the ball, when she uses it, she's very deadly. She can run away from any defender. Certainly in this match, and I would imagine across the board in the different schools among the girls. She's lightning fast. They're off to the races again, but can they keep it in? And still going, still trying to get there, and eventually it's taken into touch. But a lot of energy being expended there as they were looking to see if they could get something going. But she wins a corner kick all the same. And Nathania Allen. So still another opportunity here now for them to try to get something out of this one. They're leading by 2-1 and they're starting to roll again. Here's the ball thrown in, but it's a foul throw, says the referee. Not for the first time in this game. The ball just handed back to the opponents via the foul throw, the dreaded foul throw. It gives them an opportunity also to advance the ball. Here they come again. Another opportunity. Shot straight out the chest of the goalkeeper. And it went behind. So it's going to be another corner kick. And there was Spencer again. Kimonique Spencer very down on goal. And she cracked it. But it went straight at the goalkeeper. And beaten away for another corner. So 2-1 it is. A chance here now to play it short. Can they get the cross in? This one is high in the air and it's behind the goal. So great opportunity there for them, but hitting the body of the goalkeeper and staying out, that was the most important thing. Now the goalkeeper is going to try to get this one out of her area. She hasn't had a good afternoon so far. And there you go. This is why. She plays this one all along the ground. And look who has it. With a start back at goal. The goalkeeper again has to make the save. And so it's real problems for Henry. Naomi Henry not able to really kick the ball. The dead ball is causing her some real anxiety. And then her own goalkeeping, as they say, it probably raises the pressure level of the players as well as the coaches. All the same, they're off to the races here now with a chance to really get this one across if she can. But it's 2v1 out on the flanks of the field. And the two got the better of the one. Not much Melissa Cochran could do about it. A chance to probably tack on a couple more before it's all said and done. This is a good showing from the Bishop's High School outfit. Roxborough despite scoring first, now have themselves trailing in this one. Now they're trying to sort out what is what. I'm not sure how they're going, but nothing doing. Here they come again. Now the ball is back in play, and so the game is just kind of meandering along. No real sort of energy to it. The both teams are just playing, hoping not to make mistakes and avoid anything. This time it's going to be a goal kick to the Roxborough secondary outfit. And what will this one be now? The goalkeeper again, Henry. This time she plays it short. And they can't get it beyond the half line. That's part of the problem. Well, not until now they're able to get it over the half line. But it's quickly heading in the other direction. Back and forth they go. Now, another opportunity here, coming across, doing well, and getting an interception there to try to set up a quick counter-attack going the other way. Numbers on top, but also pretty strong headers of the ball at the back for Bishop's Hyde. This is where they have problems, the Roxborough team, containing this young lady, and this time though she kind of took the wrong angle on the ball and hit it wide of the mark. She was all alone, and not for the first time she's able to outrun the defense. And others are trying to assist where possible. Now they're trying to desperately to get the ball out of the area and having real difficulties doing so. Roxborough finally getting it over the half line. Can they keep it over the half line? It's back in their own half of the field, and we're off to the races. She might be in an offside position, I don't know. The flag stayed down, or did it? No, it didn't. It's going to be a free kick going the other way. And it's just par for the course right now in women's football. We have a lot of young players playing the ball, but not all of them are up to the standard. And here is another. Is this a free kick that they're giving now? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a free kick to the Roxborough team, and they continue to trail in this game by 2-1. They're trying to get it further upfield, so they sent a better kick of the ball. Let's see what she does, if she can get it way over the half line. Again, the ball is not being elevated much. Here's a lovely dribble to go past her marker, and then she goes down in a heap, Spencer, earning a free kick to her team. It would have been interesting had she been able to hold her balance there. So another chance here for Bishop's High School now, and they're marking this one out. Here's a shot coming, and it bounces. The goalkeeper looked to be moving one way and then had to make a quick adjustment, but she did well. Got both hands to the ball, and it almost started scoring in the second half. Here's another ball played forward. Now they're going to get another opportunity to bring this ball forward. Bishop's applying real pressure here, and Roxborough can't really get the ball out of their own half. Now they get it over the half line, but only just, and another player goes down. She might have injured herself as well, but she's helped up, and all is well. That ends well. All the same, another ball played over. This is an option now for the Roxborough team. They have numbers forward and still going, trying to maybe chip the goalkeeper there, but making a meal of it. And it's going to be another goal kick to Roxborough secondary. You know, you're always happy when you see this. The players, though, having to retrieve their own ball. So when you see ball boys at a game, you should be happy, smiling, because you can understand what the predicament is here. Because some players, they hate it, having to chase after a ball, because they kind of gotten spoiled, knowing that whichever league they play in, it's mandatory, you know, that you have ball boys. Here's another one played over, but intercepted, and intercepted a second time, and now they may in fact run out of real estate there. Unfortunately, he put the ball into the area. Now Roxborough with a rare saunter up into the Bishop's High School half of the field. And they have a wicked free kick. Do they have a wicked free kick taker? That's the important thing. And we'll see what gives. Captain Alfred lining it up. She obviously looked like she's going home with this one. Here she is, the ball coming down, the goalkeeper. Well, the ball seemed to stick in between the legs of the goalkeeper, because he certainly lost it because it was a deflection from a teammate, and at almost point blank range, she was able to stop the ball with her legs, between her legs. And of course, the play has resumed, and here they come again. Now Spencer is on the move again. She's on the march, hits the ball, but straight to the goalkeeper once more. And the keeper says thank you very much and makes the save. So watch at the shot straight at the goalkeeper. You want to believe either side of the keeper, and he will be in business. Trying to cut inside. Now they got an opportunity here to get another shot at goal, and this time the ball again is guided wide as she scored a beauty from almost the identical angle, and would you believe it, she just misses another golden opportunity here to tackle another one. First, she's been thwarted about 2 or 3 times by the goalkeeper, and only by hitting it straight at the goalkeeper, and now Jessie Lewis joins the kind of the missing club, and she too fails to get around the ball and get a proper angle on it, so she can get a good shot with more power. And who will show her how to do it? Only time will tell, because they're still battling tooth and nail. Nobody has really kind of taken control in the second half. The ball is just being played around, although it must be said that Bishops are still enjoying the better of the exchanges. They have more possession. They've had a couple, I suppose, I don't want to call them freebies, but they got opportunities really to improve their lot. And we have another player stooping down, making sure that she's okay, but it's going to be a substitution, I think, for the Bishops High School. Akira Wright looks like she's getting a breather at the back. And we have a young lady walking off the field. She's one of those who got injured earlier, and I think that is Therese Clark. And so unfortunate. So here is the goal kick again. Henry is going to try her luck with it. And I'm not quite sure what the delay is now, because the goalkeeper seems totally distracted by it all. Now she gets a chance she's ready to go. And again, she plays the ball forward, but this could be problems for her here. And that's well taken. Brilliant goal indeed. She just put it away from her. No problems there. The captain, Kiona Joseph, gets her name on the sheets and just give it back to her, literally. And she says, thank you very much. And scores it to make it 3. Bishops Tobago going to 3-1 now in the 60th minute. And that's their captain, Kiona Joseph, doing the honors to make it 3-1. And you have to say deservedly so, because they've really been applying pressure almost with every trip upfield. And you get the impression sooner or later something had to give. Here it is another opportunity again. Bishops on the move once more. The ball bouncing around. And I didn't really see much of an infringement there, but it probably must have been something that the referee spotted. Roxborough having a hard time keeping the ball, and this is why, because every so often there's a breakaway and trying to get in there, but certainly not able to find her speed. It's almost as if she had to get up to speed in order to run away from the defender, and for some reason not able to hit that speed just yet. Now they're still fighting for the ball out there. Players trying their best here now, trying to keep it out of harm's way, just not to concede another goal, but they're under some constant pressure. The ball may stay in, and eventually now they take it over the line. And again, so just still not just simple things, they still haven't worked it out yet, and that comes with playing, so you can experience these things. And when you don't, you go into a league and you find that it's difficult to call a game from up there. And, you know, so it's just one of those things. But here the girls are battling every step of the way. They may not be the most talented and the most skillful of teams, but this young lady seems to know where she wants to go with the ball and can't hold it in this time. She had a great look, Monique Spencer. So the goalkeeper, the goal kick is about to be taken. Not for the first time the goalkeeper doesn't venture out to do it. One of the outfield players is there. Now Roxborough. Good skill, trying to go around her man, and she does well. Gets the ball across. And another opportunity for them to get the ball out. You can just see Fiona Quinnan. And this time it's another foul throw. And you wonder when the players are going to learn from these unforced errors. Literally, they're just giving the ball back to the opponent. But the Bishops High School, relentless in their pursuit of the ball. They're not giving up on anything. Here they are again. Causing some havoc here. The speed, a big difference in getting to the ball. And here they come again. Keep trying to build. Nobody seemed to be able to get the handle on the ball. It's just about the half line. And nobody really able to dictate one to the other. Ball back inside quickly. No time to waste, and certainly a quick strike here might very well kill off the Roxborough challenge. But you have to feel for the Roxborough outfit. They had two of their starters basically had to take evasive action, if you know what I mean. In the meantime, it's 2-1 here with Bishop's, well, 3-1 I should say, Bishop's High School adding on another one in the second half after a 2-0 lead. And still they're battling here. The ball played away and it's coming straight down Main Street. And but what will they do? And more movement forward again, quick interpassing, and they're not wasting any time at all trying to get the balls into those advanced positions where they can certainly take a knock or two. And Jada King is on, still going, but eventually robbed of it there. So now you can see Bishop's High School with a little sense of urgency now. They seem very excited, and they're probably enthused about scoring goals and would like to get another one. 3-1 it is, and this young lady scored one, the last one. And this time the ball taken over the line. So not for the first time they've put pressure on themselves and haven't really been able to get the ball or keep the ball out of the danger zone. In fact, sometimes they help it in there out of their own naivety. Here's a ball bouncing in the area, still nobody's there, and now they might get a second bite of the cherry. She's trying to turn her way, trying to get out of the way there, but not able to do it that easily. And now they're going to have to defend this one, but quick tackles coming. Kiara Douglas is on the field as well. An opportunity for the defenders to bring the ball out quickly, and King, she gives it forward, but it's blocked again, and they keep possession here now, trying to really build something quickly. Now is the Bishop's High School, as Kaylee Tony is also on. So Bishop's 3-1 up, and trying to see if they could get something more. This time they have the on defense now, trying to corral this one, Peterkin. And this is Tiana Peterkin. And here's a little push, but certainly rubbing shoulders, and that's going to be another foot race here. The goalkeeper now is under some pressure here, and offside is the call once more. Kimonique Spencer, she's so quick, she don't need to leave early at all. She could basically wait for the defender to start his run and her run, and she could easily overcome any of these young ladies, I would imagine. But she's still so green that she wants to get into that advanced position as quickly as possible. So Bishop Tobago 3, Roxborough 1. And the Roxborough trying here, trying to see if they could somehow conjure up something, and because we have another Bishop's player that is down on the field, and it has been a real kind of disappointment for several players because several of them have been injured in this game already. And here we have another one who has stayed down. It looks like it's another serious injury, so they're going to have to take their time about it. And of course, we've been going through this kind of irky-jerky thing. We've had 2 serious injuries already, and this looks like a third. This looks like it's just as serious as some of the others. And so it's very unfortunate, and Roxborough have been the ones suffering as a result. Their players, you know, they kind of like the aggressors when the game started, but then gradually you saw where Bishops came back into this game, and not just came back into the game, they came back into the game in the best way possible. They went to the half, and they may get another opportunity at some point in time. But again, everything is just on pause while the player receives treatment. So it's unofficially 71 minutes played already, but the referee is now busy making changes or allowing changes. Let's see what happens as they try to give some of the younger players, I would imagine, an opportunity to run out in the middle. Now they're going to start things all over again as the ball is played in, and Bishops having to defend here now. Roxborough desperately, and then another player goes down. Well, in fact, both players go down, but she might have hyperextended that leg because it's almost like if she mashed the ball, but her leg was way out in front of her, and well, she's up and walking. And that might be a good sign, but it doesn't always have to be like that, because Shemaiah Alfred is the captain of the team. And now we also have another player down for the leaders in this game, Bishops High School. And again, the officials will have to, I suppose, stop their watches, because this looks like it's going to be another lengthy delay. So we just had one, and maybe not even 60 seconds after that restart, we have another injured player down. In fact, we had 2 injured players down at the same time here. But they seem to be okay. Hopefully both of them will be able to recover well enough to play. Now they get a chance for maybe bump ball played up in the air, and who wants it the most headed forward, and then the shot coming again from Alfred. She wants a crack, I know. But eventually Bishops cleared it away. Now this could be danger here, because she's on her way again, going towards goal, and then she hits it, but she hits it wide once more. So, and the angle, she took a bad angle, I would imagine, away from the goal, when all she had to do was control the ball properly, play it in front of her, and then determine, once she gets into the area, determine whether you hit it left or right. But that was a classic case there of doing everything right except score the goal. Now they come forward once more, another opportunity, but they're having a tough time really controlling the ball. The ball played into touch, and it's going to be another Bishop's throw-in. They lead by 3-1, and it could have been so much more had they been more clinical in front of goal. That's a much better throw, and the play continues. Chance now to certainly try to squeeze it and get it forward by Douglas, but she's robbed of it. And another one scampering down that right-hand side there, trying to get it forward, is Sharifa Gee for Roxborough. But she's won a free kick for her team. And they badly need something here now. 3-1 with time running out on them. Here is the kick, low. Not well executed, but it passes the first wall of defenders, and then it's eventually scrambled away. Here it comes back in again, and they're still not able to get it out of the danger zone. And another shot that is basically colliding with the opponents, and who must be, as they say, cheating in terms of the distance that but I don't think Bishops is worried about that too much right now. They just want to try to finish off this game, get a victory, and then start the celebrations, maybe some more. Here's a great ball. Can he keep it in? Lovely bit of skill to keep it in, and looking for a pass, but there's none there. She might have to go to goal herself, and the ball bounces, but did it go in? That's the thing, because it was close. I'm not sure if the goalkeeper was positioned properly, but the ball bounced over the keeper's head, yes, and it went in. So another tough one for them, and a goal this time. And it looks like it's the big figure of Kiara Douglas who is being credited with the goal. A goal in the 77th minute of play. So their confirmation, 4-1 now in favor of Bishops. And they would have just put the icing on the cake in this encounter. Bishops more determined to get it out of their area rather than build anything that will allow them to kind of share the energy levels, share the workload, because what is going to happen is that some players are going to be dead tired, as they say, after the game, and others might just be cruising around, primarily because they're not really sharing the work. All the same, Roxborough trying here, maybe looking for a second goal. There's a lovely kick downfield, but headed away. Can they get to the ball now? That's the other challenge here. But lovely little bit of skill, trying to turn and twist and maybe get some kind of angle on goal there with Sharifa Gay. A shot maybe, and no, the defense though holding well and working their way out of the back. And that one struck her teammate, and it might probably struck her in the chest. She wasn't expecting that, I don't think. If anything, I don't even think the player who played the ball was expecting it to go there. She was hoping it would have gone upfield. Instead, it struck her teammate in the chest, or in a hand rather. She would put the hand up and blocked it with the hand. So now it's a free kick, and trying her best to get it over there, and then another challenge coming in, taking the ball away. Here is the goal scorer. The ball though can't get to the goalkeeper because there are like a wall of defenders there. You might get past one or two, but that's it. And we have another player who is staying down. So it's been a tough afternoon for Roxborough. They just seem a little bit short on fitness, and certainly in terms of conditioning, because it's and I want to believe, apart from the knocks, and I expect that in the women's game right now, it has to do with the fitness of some of the players, plus the fact that they're asking them to play on some pretty difficult grounds. You can see how hard this ground is. When the ball bounces, it kind of goes up and it loops to tell you that it's coming off a firm, hard surface, a bumpy surface, I might add. And we have yet another player. So this is, in this half alone, I think this is the fourth player to go down injured. And all of them are from Rock. Well, there was one young lady from Bishops, but she was quickly back on her feet. And but here now we have another Roxborough player who is getting treatment on the field. You look at the the other young lady from the Bishops team. She just seemed happy to be out there. She crossed her legs and it's just lying and so they're just waiting here. It's almost close to the end of the game, but all these stoppages could only mean that the referee might tack on a few more minutes, or he may go the other route and decide, you know, this isn't worth it. These players are just getting themselves injured. And the response might very well be that they, you know, just want to end it because it means that it's costing the Roxborough players. I would imagine the ride home will not be a pleasant one for them. And all the players gather around. And will she get the kind of treatment that she deserves and the assistance? Yes, she's getting assistance. Well, we're hoping for the best, and that it won't be a too long an injury layup, but you never want to see that on the football field. You just wish everybody can battle hard and for fair, and that they invariably will blow the whistle. It's a football game. It happens. And more of the same here, as they just wait until she gets proper treatment. But I think she might be okay. She'll have to go off though, because the trainer came on to render assistance. And but in fact she doesn't. She stays on the field. The referee just bumps the ball and send them on their way again. So the battle has resumed, and this time it's a Bishops High School throw-in. They are leading comfortably by 4-1, but I've had to wait and wait and wait for play to resume here on a couple of occasions with the amount of injuries, but that is the end of the game, and the referee, as I suspected, didn't want to really prolong it too much, and at the end of it, 4-1 is the final score here. Roxborough Secondary 1, a penalty by Shemaya Alfred, and in the first half, in the 8th minute, but then Bishops High School with 4 goals in the 13th, 19th, 60th, and 77th, and they win this.